Okay, introducing on my show now, on my podcast, I've got two band members from a band. They are called Pylon Poets. Nathan and Dan joining me. How are we doing?
Not
Not
too
too bad,
bad,
thank you.
thanks.
Thank you for joining me. Where are you based right now? In the UK?
Yeah, we're down in Torquay, Paynton, so Torbay collectively, down in Devon.
Nice, a lovely part of the world. Like the number 87, talking in Devon. That's like the same bingo, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant. What's the gigging scene like there at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, we're finding ways to gig locally. There's one venue that is predominantly an originals venue, so we can get down there and play as much of our new original material as possible, which is great. Apart from that, we're having to see where and when we can get into places and try and spread the word by
Yeah.
playing live.
And playing live, do you go out on the road quite a bit? We're traveling a bit further afield,
As often as we're able to, really.
like time permitting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it also depends on obviously how far and what kind of lineup it is as well, because we've got to be fairly well suited. Otherwise, it comes across a bit too jarring, maybe.
Sure, for sure, yeah. And Pylon Poets, that's an interesting name for a band. It's quite a cool name. And how many people are in the band as well? And what are your roles?
Yeah, so there's the three of us. I'm Dan on lead guitar, vocals. Nathan,
I'm on
bass,
bass, backing vocals.
and then Sam, our drummer, who does triggers all the samples that we use for the synths live as well.
And what's it like working as a trio? Because I know a lot of bands, they're like four pieces or five pieces. You have to do extra work, like instruments to make up for, the fourth or fifth member, or is it all good?
Yeah, so we'll program certain like synth tracks and stuff into a sample pad that we use. So that gets around obviously the missing members, shall we say, for how many parts there are on the songs. But in general terms, it makes things quite easy being the three of us. If
Yeah, that's sure, that's
it's two
understandable.
against one, that's it. Decision.
And I see in your background as well, you're very musical. You've got like a set of drums there. Is that an electronic drum kit by chance?
Yeah, that's Sam's electronic drum kit here. That's just for messing around with some demos. Got guitars on the wall behind it and stuff like that.
And exciting times for you. You're about to drop a new album. Sorry, new single. I think it's already been dropped. It's called The Echoes of Desire. What's that
Yeah.
song entail?
Um, yeah, it's an awkward one to try and describe, really. I suppose it's trying to look at things from a different perspective. And if you feel as though you might have said something wrong or upset someone, it's that like the feelings of like regret almost as well as what you hoped it would have turned out as, maybe.
Oh, interesting. Also, I was going to ask you, The Echoes of Desire features a lot of synth sounds. It's nice to hear like synth lines over like rock music.
Yeah. It's I mean, we're all predominantly from a rock background anyway, but we all do like stuff with synths in as well, so it's just felt like a natural thing to do.
And who are the rock gods
Try and
you've looked
incorporate the two.
who are the rock gods you've looked up to like over the years?
Yeah, so for me personally, it was people like Hendrix, Stones. Nate's got a very varied taste, which I'll
Yeah.
let him tell
Well,
you.
so I started off in a metal band, so I grew up listening to a lot of like Iron Maiden, Metallica, Dream Theater, that sort of thing. But I've always had a soft spot for like funk and disco and that sort of thing, and the jazz. It's a bass player thing, I think.
Mm.
You ask any bass player, they'll probably come up with some of those answers as well. But just yeah,
And
I like a
and
bit of groove.
that's good. Nice mixture. Do you feel rock music needs to come back, or do you think it never went away?
I don't think it'll ever truly go away. It's just obviously going to have to reinvent itself as it has done throughout the years anyway. I mean, you look at the 80s where they said that guitars had died and they weren't cool anymore, and then the 90s comes along and you had bands like Duran Duran and everyone that were still using guitars. It's just a different way.
Mm. And your independence as well. What do you like being like self-release artists?
Yeah, I mean, we have all the control over what we want to do with our music that way. It's quite handy in that aspect.
Mm. And just looking at some other influences, going back to the previous question, or people you've supported to festivals. You've supported like Reef as well, Gun, and Scan for Girls as well. They all put on good shows.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're
all
all
quite,
really fun to watch as well.
all good learning moments, I think, as well. Certain how crowd interactions, things like that.
Mm. What's it like to receive like good praise, from rock magazines as well?
Yeah, it makes you feel like what you're doing is working, if you know what I mean.
You must be doing something right. Someone
Yeah.
out there is listening and enjoying it. So
And what do you like? What do you enjoy most about doing what you're passionate about?
Obviously, the live aspect's the most fun part of it, but I also really enjoy the writing aspect as well as when we all work on a song as well to see how we're going to make it work and what we can do with it from the original idea type thing. So
And
it's all
yeah,
good
it's
fun,
very
basically.
rewarding.
Yeah.
that's good. I'm glad it works out for you. You just played as well some festivals. Was it the Crazy Cowboy Festival over the weekend? How did that go?
Yeah, that was last night. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, it's good fun, that one.
Yeah, we were
There's a lot of
definitely
great talent out there.
the most different sounding band on the lineup, I think, compared to everyone else.
It's good to stand out, isn't it, though? Be
Yeah,
unique.
yeah.
Just coming up
Hopefully.
with just coming up with some upcoming tour dates as well. You're in Somerset as well on the 8th of June at the Home Farm Festival.
Yeah.
And the 28th of July is a Butte Fest in Scotland.
Yeah, that's a long way away.
Be a fun drive, that one.
Yeah,
do
it
you
will
have
be.
do you have like a tour bus as well, like a camper van?
No, we've just got the van, so we'll figure out what we're going to do, where and when we're sort of where we're going to strategically stop off overnight on the way, sort of thing, or hopefully we'll get a couple of gigs in on the way up, so we'll turn into like a mini tour type thing. But
Oh, that's good. And the 9th of August as well, a couple of months away, but it soon comes around. The Apple and Parrot in Torquay.
yeah, it's our hometown venue. So we can get away with trying new songs there all the time, and it's
Yeah,
And it's good to see you you're all on the platforms as well, on Spotify and then your social medias as well, Pylon Poets.
yeah,
Pylon Poets everywhere.
yeah.
Cool. And anything else you may just like add to the interview, for the people who follow you.
Yeah, we have got a new range of merch coming out very shortly. That will hopefully be online in the next couple of weeks. That's all just online orders at the moment, but we have got a range that is for gigs only. So keep an eye on our social pages, and if you want one, we'll hopefully see you at a gig.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for your time today, joining me on today's show. I've got time just to spin your latest single. We'd like to introduce it on.
Yeah, no, I'll let you do the honours.
Well, this is Echoes of Desire. Please enjoy.
Nathan and Dan, thanks very much from the Pylon Poets for jumping on board for a little interview today on my show.
It's all right. Thank you very much for having
Thank
us.
you for having us.
No worries.